All right, welcome as we start our campaign, our session tonight with um, all the fun here as we are in the Iron Authority and trying to plan a bit of a slave break here. And we have gotten a few uh, um, so I made a few contacts. Most interestingly, Lionel Gayhart, who seems to be in the center of an abolition-like movement, trying to get a few people out one at a time or two at a time. Very slow, not necessarily the same speed that our heroes were necessarily looking for. But at least is a place to start as they are figuring out and also figuring out a way to free the red Pegasi that seem to be that they've agreed to from getting a safe passage here through the various mountains and such things. And so, where we will start today is all back at this place Lano has arranged for you. It is a rented facility. A landlord, a rather I guess keeping to himself, goblin, older. You can see doesn't have a lot of kind of likes to remain unnoticed. And even this place that where he lives about 50 feet away, another house or a kind of carved out cave almost. This has been a place that is just out of the main thoroughfare. You'd have to really want to get here. You actually have to climb down a large crack in the city where this has been carved out. And really, it's just this guy's house and this other building. And it looks like maybe this had originally fallen through the crack and then got rebuilt and cemented in to sort of be a good place to live. But what is nice is just it's entirely out of the way and unlikely to. If someone's here, there's a good reason they are, and you know it might not be good. So it has good places for a hideout, so to speak. So, and we've got all types of gifts in chat from Jackie. So check those out. But first, I'm going to flash back as Palin. You hold now a very changed item. You remember pulling out of the celestial pool of birds in the caves that led you here. A purified item that also caused a break with whatever entity you had been dealing with through your mind. It seems to be a blue gem covered by light silver and gold. Few imagery of birds and wings are there, very abstract in what it is. But it is a beautiful amulet to wear around the neck, and it glows with soft power.
I think Palin's just wincing with the unfortunate knowledge of what his broken obligation to the Aboleth will likely hearken. He hadn't prioritized that effort, but he was get around to it certainly, and but this represents kind of irrefutably that he's He's not following up on that side quest. Ooh, gorgeous. But he is curious and he is resourceful, and this may present a similarly compelling opportunity. And so he will use his magic to learn all that he can about this new amulet. Out with the old, in with the new.
Absolutely. So amulet is attunement, and I think when you first get the sense of it, there's likely a lot of complicated emotions that come over you. This is called the Amulet of Celestial Whispers. While wearing it and attuned, you have advantage on persuasion checks when interacting with celestial beings. If you don't already, you can understand and speak celestial. As a bonus action, you can grow wings of radiant energy.
Whoa.
That give you a flying speed of 60 for 1 minute. You essentially can summon a bird or other avian creature to take a message anywhere you'd like. The divine bird. And you can, once per day, speak to any celestial being you are aware of with a 25-word message. And they can respond with 25 words. I have a loot for you.
Yeah, he is enticed by all of the potential inherent in the item, but he can't help but kind of sneer and disgust at the alignment implications, you might say, which is very useful, certainly. And well, I mean, that aboleth was trapped a whole continent away. I'm sure there won't be any repercussions there.
Totally fine. Nothing to worry about.
And he'll take that opportunity to kind of lecture the rest of the group about the enchantment and the properties and how one might compel a celestial. And I think he's just like really laying it on thick, especially to Joe Gumbo.
Any responses?
I'm just happy that Palin, you've come out of your funk. You seemed to be really pouty last time when we were all doing this stuff. So I'm glad you're in a better mood now.
Stocky man, put Joe Gumbo to sleep.
Yes, I have been told that my voice during lecture is quite soothing, so I'm not surprised if the material is difficult to comprehend.
Joe Gumbo
like
thinks
would-
understatement.
Yes, you just retreat into slumber instead of comprehending the full complexity of this wondrous item.
I'm just glad every time you do that my lack of understanding of the arcane does not prevent me from being effective in combat.
Oh, well, the practical application of magic is important for our mission, but it's really, I mean, I leave all the scrum and bloodshed to you all. That's why you're here.
Maybe Palin should use magic to make others listen to lecture. Then they listen to Pale Lin and fall asleep, so we no fight.
Well, this item would afford me, it's particular influence over Celestials anyway.
Should we add the entity that used to be connected to that to the list of things we need to be watching out for now?
As long as we avoid the northeastern portion of Asilra, I think we'll be fine. It was confined in this really quite ingenious network of wards. I wouldn't. Be
Maybe
terribly
we make peace by giving it Pale Lin to it.
When it comes to that, maybe.
No, it
Don't
was-
worry, brother. They're just joking. Won't let that happen.
Oh yes, I've become quite familiar with sarcasm. Marvellous's lessons were well taken. But yes, we have a uprising to effect. I have emerged from my prophetic oracular slumber and well,
In your prophecy, did you see if I get a duck?
oh yes. Yes, you do.
I have a feeling Lionel will have a really hard time with that.
It's in the prophecy. My brother said it.
I think, I don't often question the prophecy. I think you might just want to take a second look at that particular portion of the prophecy and make sure it was crystal clear before anything happens.
Oh no, I mean he'll take quite offense. He certainly won't be pleased with it, but yes, we do acquire several ducks. I know that was a priority, so I wanted to make
Several
sure.
Ducks.
Yes,
We can have our own duck pond on the ship.
that might tax our resources in a way that's suboptimal. But yes, certainly a possibility.
So shall we attend to one of the trips we need to make? Is this later the same day as last week?
I think it's like in the evening at least.
But certainly not after a long rest.
It can be, whatever. I think this is it's kind of like very flashback. The time doesn't
Okay.
matter too much. You're in a safe place. So I think you can have your conversation, decide what you want to do. Because you have a week, like we've established you
Right,
having this
right.
week. So
Should we jump over to the Titan and cover it back up?
We make that day one.
How are we going to do that? Are we going to teleport? Or are you going to walk us through a tree?
Yeah, I can put us through plants to get us there.
Are
Are
there
there
plants down
trees?
here?
What's that?
Are there plants down here in the underground caves?
I can also create some plants to do that with. This is my emergency escape plan when things go really bad. I have these two spells. They work in conjunction and I can get us out of anywhere, hopefully. Never try to do it, super fast, but I can get us out. Does everybody think that's the right step? We go to the Titan first?
Yes, we should reinforce a spell and also, well, we should make certain that the Titan hasn't been tampered with in our absence.
What are the odds that we show up and the Titan's awake and we have to fight the Titan again?
Palin does some math.
Would we know if the Titan was awake? Would there just be destruction and mayhem everywhere?
I mean, maybe when you got there.
I'm going to go with 50-50.
Yeah.
You've been underground through caves, so you probably
We don't
wouldn't
know.
know what's going on the surface.
Maybe we do it the opposite way. Maybe we go see our friend who will definitely have heard news of havoc being wreaked around the world if the Titan's out, and then we go.
Given the time frame we had, I think this is exactly the last day that your Mirage Arcane is due to expire. To
Okay.
drop.
Okay. Then let's do it the other way. I think I have the juice to do 2 trips in one day. Oh, I don't.
Could my brother send a message
Yeah.
to our friend?
Okay. Should we start there?
Sure. I'm sending a message to Laureate and just asking if he's okay with us doing a full prison break.
Or really asking what is it he really wants from us here, because we were thinking about maybe something bigger than what he's doing here, but we don't want to mess with his plan necessarily if he's got a plan. But freeing slaves is something we're all about.
Mm-hmm.
He seems our most useful contact right now, besides maybe Lionel. And I hate to burn that bridge because our whole mission here needs allies, and he seems like a very natural one at this point. So I don't want to screw up his plan when patience might, be the order of the day. I know we're not great at that.
No, I agree. He seemed innately powerful as well. It's casual trucing is never
Right.
trivial.
And he knows exactly who and what we are. So he could also be a very bad enemy to have.
Agreed. Well, I will contact him via spell of only the 3rd order of power. So I cast sending and I say, "Good evening. We arrived. Trip went poorly. However, the sun is glorious. What if we freed all of them? Would that be awful?"
There's a somewhat long pause.
God.
Yes. Good that you have made it. I am glad. No deaths, I hope. I do not wish many to die so we can feel good about ourselves. The process is slow, but safe and effective.
That was a more altruistic response than I was anticipating. And so Palin will relay that our benefactor wants us to go slow and steady.
Yeah, that was my concern. Well, when Tara hears this, she's not going to be especially happy with it.
They're more captured every day than released.
Agreed.
How is a slow approach going to help with that?
Burning another spell slot.
Before you do that, Palin,
Mhm.
it wouldn't be too big a deal for us to get there and have a conversation that maybe wouldn't be. It just seems like a fairly subtle conversation. Or is having it in 20-word segments really the right way to do this?
No, but I do enjoy flexing my
it's just a word
usefulness
game.
to the group.
Okay.
And I'm doing something that none of you are capable of.
Oh, you absolutely are.
That's a promise, Tara. If we go back to town, I'm gonna burn down the bar. Or
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
there is that.
Gods above and below, yes.
There is that. Yep. Okay.
Is anyone... Oh, no, never mind. Palin will just look at Jinx and wink. Never mind. I wouldn't think of it. That would be too rude. If any of us were to forget about that whole debacle.
yes, brother, that would be too rude.
But if you had no recollection of the promise that you made, then you're no longer breaking it. I've seen it work with oaths.
Imagine what would happen if, let's say, a very helpful spell were to be cast on Terra after you do that. Let's say in combat.
No, that's a point well taken. She needs little motivation to inflict violence upon me. I've seen it, and the results are unsurvivable. So
All right, best to avoid that town for the moment. Back to the word games, Palin.
But he seemed resolute. I mean,
Yeah, this is my problem. These folks living in slavery is obviously awful and we need to fix it as soon as we can. But if taking it a little bit slowly, at least while we make a good plan, will save the lives of many who might die during the big escape attempt, I think it's okay. I think those days to make the good plan will pay dividends in lives. So I don't think we should rush and try to release everyone on Thursday, is what I'm saying. Let's build allies, let's make plans, and let's come up with a plan that will get everyone out rather than enormous casualties trying to rush them out.
mm-hmm. And my initial plan was to gain access to the control node for all of those bracelets and then just detonate them all at once. So this will have far
Less casualties
yes.
if we go this way.
You want tens of thousands of those detectives after us?
I forgot about those. Those were scary.
I don't know that they have to manifest every time. I'm sure there was some kind of override. Anyways, regardless, we need to check on our little Titan.
Yeah. Step one. Okay. Everyone agreed?
Agreed.
All right. I will try to find a spot nearby where I can cast plant growth, which will fill 100-foot radius with plants. So, I'm about to make a mess.
What's your house at this point?
Okay. Oh, we're at the house. I thought we were in the cave for some reason. Yeah. Is there like a basement? Can I just fill the basement with plants and we'll deal with the ramifications later?
Absolutely.
All right. Stand back, everyone. And I will cast this down into the basement.
The worst house guess ever.
Yeah. As I'm doing this, just like plants are now like growing up the stairs, and I'm trying to keep it all contained down there. Okay, everyone. I'm about to open the portal. You remember the rules. You got to go quick. No dawdling because it closes quickly. We ready?
Yes.
All right. Transport via plants. I open the portal. I'll be the last one through.
Okay. And you arrive at your illusory area. Everyone can give me perception checks.
$34.
11.
Got a 12 with advantage.
19.
Was 19 I heard?
Yep.
Perfect. In that case, yeah, taking a look around, you don't quite see. You don't see. I would say you can see signs of creatures that have come this way. They appear to be bipedal in nature, with elephantine footprints,
Interesting.
but nothing seems disturbed or dug.
Do those tracks seem familiar at all to me? That type of track.
I mean, you've met Loxodons.
Okay. And do they seem... Well, yeah. Okay. Great. So some Loxodons have definitely been here. Does anything seem disturbed around where the Titan is?
Looking closely there, you can see there are 7 jade statuettes of what almost looks like it's a backseat cat person with wings.
Matt, this is so cool.
God.
Do I recognize the significance of this statue?
I don't think you have experience with it.
Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't.
There's a cool little winged tabaxi thing here. Anyone have any ideas why someone would have put these stones here on our Titan? Are they arcane?
Ritual? Palin, can you tell?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need my special
Definitely.
skills too?
Yep. Special skills.
Oh, it's trivial, really, and I'll cast Detect Magic.
Yeah. This does seem to be look specifically here. They are generating what seem to be like a magical field around the area. And let me just quickly get the School of Magic for you. It's like, I love you can get this clue, but all the time us GMs are like, crap. School of Magic. Crap. So You can see the magic that's here emanates from each statue, and all 7 are required. It does have the signature of divine magic. And it is, here we go. I just had it, was abjuration.
Isn't that also your wheelhouse, Balin?
Yes, I mean, what I would speculate based on the conjunctive nature that this is meant to contain, and that it's fueled by some kind of. But this doesn't make sense. I don't recognize this figure as obviously among the prime deities, but nor the lesser idols. But yes, anyways, containment, also perhaps surveillance in nature.
Is it a bad sign that someone's putting relics from a god we don't know to guard a Titan?
Well, on the contrary, clearly they've had time to effect complex works, and they appear mostly concerned with sealing the Titan. I would argue this is a good sign. They may be... Not antagonistic in nature. Towards us, anyways.
Well, that would be great. Do we think it's actually containing it, or... Because we really had no idea how to contain it, did we?
No, I mean, this would be temporary at best, but
Yeah, from observing it and feeling it, you do feel like a 9th level dispel would undo this.
Ooh.
So it is not very secure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, be it someone can cast 9th level is somewhat rare, but it's not unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever they've done does it speaks of a stopgap measure.
Mm-hmm.
They've bought us some time. Well, that's good. Shall I redo the swamp?
Yes.
Or is there anything else we need to do?
Well, I hate to introduce more complexity here, but whoever is responsible for this, maybe these are potential allies.
Maybe you saying we go looking for them.
We're not familiar with any presence in this area beyond the Iron Authority, and clearly there's someone else who has access.
If they live here in the jungles and we help slaves escape, that may be a valuable alliance to make sure those who escape leave safely.
Do we add tracking them down to our list?
Well, we have a week.
I was
Or
gonna
6
say,
days.
should we do that while we're here now?
Is there enough of a trace here, Desra, for you to locate them?
Teardrop, would you like to take a look with me?
Absolutely. Shall we each roll? You want to roll with advantage? How should we do it?
looking for tracks, Matt.
Give me a survival check.
I will assist you, Dewdrop.
Okay.
With the blessing of the knowing mentor.
What does that give me?
It's a D4.
Nice. It's a 27 before the D4.
Wow.
30.
$30. Okay, so you do find very. It's interesting. You see the tracks here, but other than that, it's just like slightly broken grass. Especially when you get out of the sludge, like almost. It's almost as though very hard. You think you could almost miss this, and only someone who has a deep connection with either the Wild Mother or Druidic practices could find these signs as if they were potentially purposefully left behind.
So Palin, also, I have my uses. I think I can follow this. It is interesting. It's a bit like they left a trail specifically for people of a druidic nature. I don't know if that means they want to be found, but they definitely, it doesn't seem like it's chance.
Palin's gonna snap his dragon chessboard out of his bag and then just despair when he realizes that the pieces are still glued permanently in place. Yes, fortuitous though. I would have to agree. I mean, if they've left a path, we should follow it. If only I could use my typical means of confirming this.
Shall we try it? I think I can just make it out.
Yeah, I'm in favor.
Anyone
Yeah,
opposed?
let's track them.
I'll do
Joel
my best to-
Gumbo wondering why we're spending time tracking them and not using that time to get the thing y'all wanted to reinforce this.
Well, one of the things we need are allies, and we think these might be.
If they live here, they might also have clues on where the thing is.
Agreed. I will do my best to lead.
Okay. Begin moving quickly. I think you're doing for your travel pace or the like.
What was the question?
Oh, just like how quickly you're trying to travel. You doing anything to speed your travel? Anything along these lines?
Is there any reason you all feel we should be stealthy about this?
If we can make sure we don't leave any tracks for other people to trace, then
That I can do. I can cast Pass Without Trace,
Okay.
but I don't think. Are we intending to move stealthily? We're just walking normal.
I would. Speed is of the essence, but it would be poor manners for us to lead enemies to the doorstep of
Agreed.
these folk.
Agreed. So we will cover our tracks as we go, pass without a trace, and maybe some extra attention to that. So that'll slow us down.
Okay. You proceed. Magic, try to cover your tracks the best you can. And you find Can you travel? Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I'll guide you.
Thank you. Uh, 26. What does guidance give me? D4? Another 30. And Jinx, I'm about tapped, trying to cover our tracks and follow this trail. Can you keep an eye out for danger?
Yeah.
Joe Gumbo, are you aware of any like folk tales or rumors about other people in these jungles?
Joe Gumbo can try.
Straight check.
The 14.
I would say you are aware, like in the jungle, there is a tribe of elves called the Orien. That tend to dwell and are known for making war every time a new leader is chosen.
Yeah, the Orions, but as Joe Gumbo say, Joe Gumbo not know literally everyone. Here, Joe Gumbo wonders why everyone asks Joe Gumbo who this, who that. Joe Gumbo don't know, Joe Gumbo not speak to them.
That's fair.
Okay. In that case, I need a D8 from everybody, please.
One.
8.
Yeah.
That smile.
2.
What?
Okay, right?
7.
7.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. What? I've been so scared all the time. Okay. In that case, you find as you get further and further into the jungle, you're following the paths here. The path that was laid, and you literally can see the singular marks you were following begin to almost vibrate. And all at once split into 3 separate markings of paths. Neither one where the original was.
Well, that's curious. This seems magical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was following the path, and now there are 3 paths. Huh. Can I tell the nature of this? Is this potentially to lead people away? Is this a way to, obfuscate their real?
Just give me an insight check.
Okay. 27.
Rolling like fire, dude.
Dude, if we get in combat, I'm so dead. So this better end well.
So, as you look at this, the nature of this seems to be you don't think the person who left the markings is causing this. And your innate scent is suddenly that this jungle is sentient and is giving you a choice, maybe testing, maybe thinking. It's hard to say.
Okay. I think we're being tested a little bit here, folks.
Do these paths you see look different?
Is there any noticeable difference, or is it just 3 of the same?
They look fairly. They look pretty similar. They look the same.
Yeah, I don't really see a difference. Oh.
Well, it's some kind of defense mechanism meant to distinguish friend from foe, or maybe to judge us worthy. I could speculate.
I can try communicating with the forest. Our goal, just so I'm clear when I speak to the forest, as if that's a very sane thing to do, our goal here is to stop the corruption that's happening here from the Titan. Are we all, is that correct?
And to make sure that the seal is back intact and the forest can live once more.
And then perhaps a tertiary priority is if there was a means to harness the power for our own means safely, redirect its harmful effects away from this beautiful jungle. That would be wonderful.
I was going to say they didn't need to know that, but well.
Okay. I will sort of get down on one knee, and I'm going to put my hand sort of into the undergrowth. And I'm going to speak in Druidic and see if that gets me anywhere. and I will say, hello. I get the impression that you're maybe trying to figure out what we're doing here. And so I thought I'd just come out and tell you. We're trying to contain that Titan that's buried over there. We're trying to stop the corruption that's happening. We're trying to do our best to save the forest in this area. It would be great if you could help point us in the right direction. Do I get any response to that?
So you're saying Druid. You're not doing any magic or anything like that.
So I was going to try Druidic, and then if I can't do Druidic, I was going to do Speak with Plants. If I don't get any response to Druidic, I was going to try Speak with Plants, which gives me all the plants in a 30-foot radius.
Yeah. I'd say you can go ahead and give me a either a persuasion or a nature check.
Let's see. Oh, definitely nature. Do we keep it up, folks?
Can I guide him on this, Matt?
There were
Okay.
inspos, right?
Well, I've already rolled, so
Oh, yeah.
what do I get? Do I get to the guidance? Do I get inspos? What can I have? 'Cause I've already rolled my die.
Yeah, you can do the inspiration. That's fine.
All right, so I got a 14 on the first roll.
Yeah,
I will
and the
take-
guidance and whatever you want.
Okay, so I will take inspiration, so I'll roll a second time. See if I do better. Oh, it's so close to a crit. 15. And then with the guidance, it is 18.
Okay. There's a like you listen and the wind does blow strange around. You hear it's almost calls and it whispers. And you get there is a movement of jungle vines around as you speak this. It writhes and upturns over and over until you see bark form into a vaguely feminine form covered with thorns, hair made of sprouting strawberry plants.
Does she look familiar at all?
I think you've seen her before. But you would recognize her as some type of dryad.
And just for my own edification and dewdrops here, am I speaking in Druidic or am I using Speak with Plants when I'm... what was it?
You were talking in Druidic.
Okay.
She looks and will ask, "What do you seek?"
Well, we had defeated the Titan, and we needed to lock it away And so we went to try to get some things to do that. We came back, and it seems that someone has temporarily locked it away, and we think that we might be able to work with them to solve this problem permanently. So we're trying to find them. I've been following their trail until I got here, but it seems to have split in a sort of strangely magical way. And I kind of sensed perhaps your presence. So I thought I would ask for help.
The forest, the jungle, does want to test you. It does it know if it should embrace you or fight.
I think we were happy to prove ourselves because our intentions are good.
See, gestures at the paths. Which way you wish to prove yourself probably depends on your true desire. What you prove, if not relevant to what you want, reflect very poorly on you. And
Kind
it
of
will
side eyes, Galen. You guys don't understand any of this, right? Because it's in
She speaks
Druidic.
Druidic, yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
So I'm just side-eyeing Palin while I'm having this part of the conversation. Okay.
The Titan. A path. To prove that you can defend what you find. She gestures. A path. She gestures to a center one. Where to flirt with your own desires outside of your mission is death. She gestures towards the third one. The path where trust is paramount. Strength of arm, strength of purpose, strength of character. Choose which you wish to prove.
Thank you. I'll turn around to the group and relay that. And I will say, looking at Palin,
As you turn, she goes. She melds into the woods. Bark.
the forest is unsure about us, about our intentions. And so it's very important as we pick a path here that we're in agreement about what our intentions are. Else we could be in a very bad spot. So, Balin, would you be prepared to give up your desire to potentially use the Titan for your own? Because if we go into this and we're not true to our word, it could go badly.
Well, yeah, certainly I'm not going to sabotage our efforts here.
Which path do you wish to choose?
What do you all think?
Well, I find the premise of battle in this environment distasteful. It's quite humid, and my armor is chafing terribly.
And I love you each dearly. I have concerns about the path of character.
Trust comes difficult to me, but if we insist on trying the third path, I can, well, try.
Strength of arm, strength of purpose, strength of character, which is the trust.
My gut, as long as we're in agreement with the aforementioned purpose here, is to go with the character path. But I have concerns.
I think it would be clarifying.
I saw that pop up, the deck, that roll, and I thought it said deception check. And it's super funny because I feel like Dewdrop was intentionally like not peering too much into Kalen with his insight at this moment.
Yeah.
Like, intentionally not looking too deep.
Oh my.
Sorry.
We have made significant sacrifices to advance the restoration of this jungle, as well as the liberation of these poor goblinoid folk. Don't know that we have anything to hide from this jungle.
Purpose, then.
Joe Gumbo points to the trial by combat just to be contrarian.
Tara has been unusually quiet today.
Yeah, I feel like we would be dragging Tara out of that. She'd already be gone down it.
It's rude, but I'm like fully taking advantage of that. I know, it's terrible. So I'm like,
We would
this
all
is the
turn
one
around
time.
like, where's Tara?
This is the one time we don't have to fight.
Yeah,
Joe Gumbo think it's what Tara would want.
yeah.
If even Tara is not advocating for fighting, then
Clearly. Yeah. So purpose or character? I'm okay with either.
I think we should go character.
So we've got a purpose vote, we've got a character vote. What else?
I'm in alignment with my sister.
And Aisel, was I correct? Your vote was the purpose?
I'm not confident with either, but
Okay.
I'm okay with either, I guess.
Joe Gumbo, you want to be the the tiebreaker for us? Purpose
Joe
or character?
Gumbo will vote to make it a tie.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Gumbo gets 50 gold to vote for me, my way.
All right.
Joe Gumbo think 100 would be enough to change Joe Gumbo's mind.
Jolgumbo, I will give you 200 gold, and I will drink whatever foul concoction you've placed in my canteen.
Joe Gumbo wanted to see this deal.
Okay, 500 gold. I'm really doing this. I'm deleting 500 gold. Is this gonna kill me? That's
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'll
all
tell
right.
you what it is after you drink it.
All right, I'm drinking. I'm doing it right now.
Alright, so the item I gave you all this time ago was an ooze jar. The very one that spawns a gray ooze when open.
No.
Does it like? Do I even? Am I able to even like drink it, or does it just explode in my face?
Closing your face begins dissolving your throat. Just
No.
Maybe characters out.
And it's pretty old ooze. This was made a really long time ago.
it's about less than a week. What do you think?
That's a very long time for the ooze to live.
Oh man, I don't have prestidigitation. I'm just covered. Hacking. Furious.
I do, but I'm not doing it.
So fair. So fair.
All right, what was Palin and Jinx's vote? Since now that's the majority.
Character.
Character. Okay, it is character.
What if we TPK this way?
This will be the most apropos way for us to TPK.
Then we make new characters.
Yeah. That's what the character means in this case.
Joel Gumbo does not care. Joel Gumbo could die now because
Oh,
Joel
jeez.
Gumbo had the best time watching this just happen.
Not happy. Okay.
Joel Gumbo suspects Palin might have to use a spell to remove that memory from himself.
Definitely scarred for life.
Palin's no longer allowed to use that spell, so he's scarred for life.
Joel Gumbo finds this perfectly acceptable.
Is there
Amazing.
anything we'd like to do before we head down this path? I mean, anything else?
I'll establish a telepathic bond.
Thank you.
Joel Gumbo will collect the unwashed vial to use for potions later.
Okay, follow me. And I'll lead down the character path.
Okay. You come down here, and after following this, the jungle closes around you. Seems as though light almost flees here, though there's ambient, it's dim as you push through large snakes and do your best to avoid pitfalls, though with your various magics it's not entirely hard to do. And then after about 2 hours pushing through large vines, the path before you begins to open up wide. The trees no longer grow incredibly high in this space, but there are what appear to be ruins. These buildings are made of some type of limestone, it appears. They reach high, partially dilapidated, possibly 30 feet or so. Others lower, almost like temples. Each is held up with pillars that reveal like an open space within. It seems like even the construction, large vines now entirely overgrown, connect the various floors here. And as you see, it also is entirely overgrown. Vines everywhere. And ancient writings on buildings, some pillars that are cut quick, that come only 7 feet high out of nowhere, are here with various writings. And blocking your path is a particular one, where on the top of it is what just seems to be carved into it, what is clearly meant to take the shape of a cube. It's like a pedestal of writing with this cube engraved upon it.
So the cube's there, or the cube's missing?
It's like missing. It's like an engraved cube. Like there's a shape in there.
Do I recognize the writing?
You would look at the writing, and it is Druidic.
Can I make out what should be there, or what it says?
As you read, it simply says, those who seek truth and live by it will be able to pass. Those who do not will feed this lost place.
I'll turn around, and this time, as I'm reading, or I'm kind of reciting this out, I'm going to look at Aesol.
Well, time to go, I guess.
So that's what it says. I don't expect it to be a problem for me. You know,
Truth is a relative concept.
I know it hasn't been necessarily easy for you, Aesol, to reveal all of the truth about you to us. If it came about during this test that you had to, would you be able to?
If I had to, I will.
I believe you.
And if you regretted the disclosure, I could help everyone forget.
That would not be necessary, Palin.
Just offering.
Glares from Jinx.
I'm asking permission. I'm just asking permission.
Yep. Consent's important. Okay. Is there any indication from me how to kick that off? Do I need to touch it? Do I need to put something in there? Do I need to say ready, set, go?
It seems that you would just begin to walk through the ruins.
All right.
Palin's halfway through, like, cutting his hand open and approaching it. Oh,
Funny enough, as you do that, and you begin walking, there is this humming sound as a cube of stone flies through the air into your hand.
Into Palin's hand?
Yeah.
oh no!
And as it does, blood flows out of your cut and reveals upon it 6 different engravings on the sides.
I will translate if you can't read them.
And they seem to, it's almost as if when you look at them, they're moving. And they, the lines kind of make connections and remake them. And Palin, you get the communication within you that just says your voice, masculine. So you are first. Toss, and we shall see what is asked of you.
I regret my enthusiasm.
You're really stepping up as the leader, brother.
Oh,
You
you
got
know
this.
me, Big P, as usual. And he's gonna do like a really terrible underhanded lob, just like the weakest little toss.
And it hits the ground and lands. And you see the face of Jinx upon it. And you hear within you, state, share to all your hidden truth. You have kept it in darkness. Bring it all to light. We are paying attention. What does Palin do?
He will begin speaking. He'll respond in Celestial. And he will clarify that he loves his sister deeply and that she is his greatest weapon in the final battle to come, and that he has forged her perfectly for this purpose, and that he sought any possible alternative to the dark path that he set her on, that he burned his own entrails on the blackest, foulest of altars, that he sacrificed blood under moonless nights that he reached as far as the gates would allow for another answer, but there was none. And he would do it again.
So Celestia, does Jinx understand this?
Nope.
Coward.
Oh shit!
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man, dang it. You know what? The dice know. It's only a 14.
So, I have a question for you, Jinx. What value and how many are your hit dice?
I have 202 HP. Let me look real quick, tell you exactly. I'm pretty sure. So I have 12 D10 and 3 D12.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I hear clicking.
Yep. Oh god.
Bye, everyone.
What happens to prophecy now?
All right. You see Palin's skin grows tight, black veins form throughout his body. As if his bones are being eaten away. Everything's being eaten from the inside and pulled tight as he takes 74 necrotic damage.
How you feeling there, buddy?
He's just gasping, like vomiting bile and black fluid, heat stained.
I did mention that I thought that this would maybe be a dangerous path for us.
Jinx not knowing what Palin was saying, but seeing her brother get hurt, I think just instantly rushes forward.
Yeah. Dewdrop will be kind of down holding him as well. I will try to heal him a smidge here.
No,
How close are you to death?
Palin will hold out his hand to halt you.
Okay.
And as Jinx approaches, he'll step away. He'll avoid her embrace. Don't require soothing or comfort. You see, I had to try. There's just a little honesty would go a long way. I see. And so he'll repeat it this time in Zemnian, which I'm assuming only Jinx would understand out of the group. And he won't do anything to soften his explanation.
After you finish, black sludge pours out of your wound as the contagion leaves your body. You hear You hide in shadows. So shadows you're overcome. It gets darker here. But the symbols on the cube go away. And it breaks into several smaller ones that simply make an arrow pointing ahead and deeper into the ruins.
What are Palin and Jinx doing at this moment?
Jinx is just staring at Palin. Then you see one tear well through her eye.
Oh,
That's very red. And then she kind of turns and starts heading down the path forward. In my brother's head, he's going to hear, if I'm a weapon you want, then a weapon you'll get.
And he doesn't even try and offer any pathetic, stammering justifications because he knows he's seen this. He'll just follow her resigned, still bearing his full wounds because he has not allowed himself to be healed.
did you drop a follow?
As you progress further, you see a woman in a green dress, flowing green hair, and reptilian eyes, walking towards you. Around her is yellow and green noxious gas as she tosses a cube up and down.
Asa walks forward.
Your core is lies and deception, obfuscation and poison.
That I cannot deny.
And she hands you a cube. In this case, the patterns are she hands it to you. Do you take it?
Yes.
As you do, you feel your venom pulled out of you. Your venom here makes distinct images of victory, of birth, and of domination and rulership. And as you hold it, you feel the device that's inserted into your throat vibrate, realizing that it will magnify the volume so all can hear. And the woman in front of you. You hold me in your heart and mind. I live in your venom. But somewhere you've become your own. So tell them what you will betray them for. No words go through the air. To claim your birthright. To have victory and free the authority. Or to rule and make your own empire, your own collection of creatures.
Aesol turns back and looks at Jinx. And for a while she is thinking. And she says, "There's no one I won't betray to have my vengeance upon the authority."
And the venom comes off here and re-enters your bloodstream.
How does Aesol look right now?
She has probably the similar black veins you've seen after combats where she was really worn out and it's slowly fading in under her skin. But she's not looking at any of you.
I think Dewdrop would kind of walk up and just kind of put his hand on her shoulder. Just not really even say anything, just kind of like touch her shoulder for a second. Just so she knows they're still there.
The woman picks up the cube and walks away and fades into a poison cloud.
Shall we continue?
Is there a path indicator like there was last time?
There's more ways to go. You get to keep walking forward. Dewdrop. In my mind, you haven't said anything, but you've been noticing this. As you move through, there's these statues that hold up the buildings. They seem to be more and more statues holding up the buildings as you look behind you. And you recognize some of them holding up the buildings are ones that you had passed before, mixed with new ones. Almost as if following.
Okay. Am I sensing any danger from them or just noticing them?
Not right now.
Okay. I will keep a very wary eye on them.
Then as you continue here, you see a open air workshop with a bunch of goblins working hard on making many, many cubes. You approach, they all kind of stop and look at Joe Gumbo.
Dewdrop, I totally think this one's yours.
It's gotta be mine.
Right?
Cousin Vinny!
Shogumbo. They're looking at
Oh,
you, buddy.
Gumbo, suppose so.
Are you familiar with any of them? I know that you don't have many relations
We're
with
doing this again.
Go Gumbo size deeply. Like Joe Gumbo gotta see if Joe Gumbo recognize anyone.
You do. They are. You recognize them from. They're all people who you've went to and helped learn to do what you do, to make bombs and potions, and all have been either captured or killed by the Iron Authority. And they say, Joe Gumbo gets no profit, only pays for the freedom. Will Joe Gumbo free all from slave to indentured? Will Joe Gumbo make what needs to be made? Will Joe Gumbo explode what must be done? Or will Joe Gumbo run?
Joe Gumbo thought this day would come. Joe Gumbo knows that. Joe Gumbo knows that there is no higher price to pay than there is for freedom. And if Joe Gumbo must, Joe Gumbo will pay with it with Joe Gumbo's life. Joe Gumbo will use the tools that were taught to Joe Gumbo from friends, family, and workplace apprentices. Workplace acquaintances. Joe Gumbo wished to see that friends one day free.
And they all nod.
And Joe Gumbo is like quite visibly, like has tears streaking down his face. He like wipes away, trying not to like break into a sob.
Then one of them hands you a briefcase. And they all pack up their tables, pat you on the back, and kind of melt into the ground.
We all heard that, correct?
Mhm.
Jinx says to her brother, "Look, brother, even the goblin's willing to die for our cause."
Well, dark though the truth may be, much sacrifice will be necessary.
I think it also shows how invested he is, if he's willing to sacrifice that much.
Yes,
Joe
he's-
Gumbo heard tales that you and your friends would help free Joe Gumbo's people. That is why Joe Gumbo followed you. That is why Joe Gumbo stays.
And we will.
Yes, so it must be.
Traveling further, a blood red cube rolls and stops at Jinx's feet.
Oh, I guess it's my time. She picks it up.
As you go to pick it up, it explodes in blood and lands and it reads in lettering that all can see in common. When will you punish your brother for what he has done?
Oh, shit.
Jinx turns, locks eyes with her brother. When the moment's perfect. And he knows it, because he foresaw it.
We're never coming back from this, y'all.
Things that kill us.
Yeah.
Maybe we can rewind and just do the combat one? Remember the combat?
Yeah, perfect.
Take you up on the memory thing.
But Palin, it's character and now combat. You're ready. Boy.
Oh God.
But yeah, Jinx speaks the truth. That's why Palin didn't try to apologize. It's true, he has seen it. And he just kind of nods at Jinx in understanding.
And then, moving down, there is a tree stump that has grown into a table, and shoots of what the tree once was come out of the stump and then have formed into chairs. One larger and five. Four. 5 chairs, one larger, and the 4 others are, I mean, Terabell's here, but for this, 3 that definitely will fit you, and then 1 perfectly Joe Gumbo sized, and the 1 large is for Dewdrop.
Joe Gumbo think Taro would love this chair.
We'll sit down, I guess.
Okay. There's a chair for Tara too, and you sit, and it is in like a cubic cuneiform that is burned into the top of the table in front of you, Dewdrop. And it says, "Tell them what you need to."
Dewdrop kind of thinks for a minute. And he thinks for another minute. I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I can't keep us on the path, that I can't keep us alive. I'm afraid that I can't do this. And I can't lose you like I lost my family. I can't.
Palin goes to say something and then looks down at where his necrotic wounds are still open and shuts his mouth. Because this is not the place for lies.
Jinx takes a seat at the table, puts her hand in the middle of the table, looks at Dewdrop. I think as long as we do this always together, being honest, being truthful, and as she says these words, she looks to each of the group. Being a family. This is what that means.
There is something, if we're being all truthful here, I wish to tell you. Jinx already knows, and I don't think I've been as good as I could be on lying about this. I told you that I am of draconic descent. That's not a lie. That woman you saw earlier, she's the deceiver. The one who has been on my mind and my heart for all of my life. She's my mother. Take that however you will. But I have not lied to you about my purpose, and I hope that our goals still align.
I've only been traveling with you for a little while. But I gotta say, I don't see a lot of your mother in you. You're a good person. Maybe a little scarred, beat up. But you're good where it counts. You all are.
Quick to judge, quick to accept. I like that about you.
Joe Gumbo has ancient goblin proverb for you.
Lay it on us.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. It means that the bonds of friendship you make are more important than any blood ties.
That's a good one.
Palin's gonna kind of approach the table where, because Josh, you had Jinx like approach the table, lay your hand out.
Yeah, like as like kind of to get the group to put their hand in.
Yeah. No, totally. So Palin will do the same, and he's gonna pull a dagger from his belt and kind of gesture Aesol and Jolgumbo over. Then perhaps a formal covenant between us would be appropriate.
Dewdrop lays his hand down.
If you're willing to accept someone who might betray you in the end, then Aesol lays her hand down. What?
Oh god.
Z, Z, you gonna put your hand in? I'm stealing this from you, actually.
Uh-uh. Joe Gumbo not care what you do 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 5 months from now, 5 days from now. Joe Gumbo live in the moment. And then Joe Gumbo is going to jump into the hands and like you would into a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Using Mage Hand, Palin's gonna have the dagger travel counterclockwise across everyone's hands with Joel Gumbo in the center, I guess. And just like Mihan did back in session, I think it was 8 or 9, Palin's gonna cast Ceremony.
Ooh.
And we are going to have just a little commemoration of this this bond, this covenant that we've made to each other. And there will be, I guess, if everyone's okay with it, this circular path of the blade as it had passed, so that when our hands are extended, creates a circle.
Brother, I love the idea of the whole ceremony, but now I'm growing very hungry. And you all have blood on your hands. And those taste really good.
Well, if you need to eat, I don't know if I'm in any condition to help, but
Yeah, I don't think you're in any condition to help.
Joe
Speaking as
Gumbo
your
ask, why no go to Butcher and get hog's blood?
It's not as tasty. Have you ever tried dragon blood?
Joe Gumbo don't think so.
There's like hog's blood. It would be like a very poor mead. Okay, and then dragon's blood, as she kind of motions with her hands toward Azel, is like a very fine elven wine.
Joe Gumbo never had either. Joe Gumbo do drink grog though.
That explains much.
Joe Gumbo wondering where you think we get elven wine anywhere here.
From the elves you kidnap and slay.
In that case, the voices of the goblins, of the judgmental cube, of the deceiver will say in unison as the table is burned with chains and words, and then blood flows and crystallizes as it reads, "The circle of shattered bonds." The circle upon your hands briefly glows. And I'm going to give you some fun stuff in chat.
Woo!
Ooh.
You feel yourself strengthened by truth and by the words today. Let's put this in handouts.
Very counterintuitive.
Whoa.
Oh, so cool. This is awesome.
So cool.
Palin, however,
Oh,
your maximum HP is permanently reduced by 18
No.
by the ordeal.
by 18?
Mhm.
Oh no. That puts me in power word kill mode.
Oh no.
Your actions reduced it a lot after your first lie.
Man.
And so it kept on going down from the 72. And I think in that moment, there's such power in this place. And as it said, those tells lies will feed it. And then through the forest, an arch of old stone. You can see a grand city. Coming from the center, it appears to be a 50-foot statue of a winged tabaxi. Behind them is a burning circle of light like a halo. And many types of folk, including Loxodons, walk its streets. And we will go to our break.
Woo.
Wow.
That was crazy.
I know. Jeez.
Alrighty. We are back. See the city before you. Before you walk out of the path that you have followed and to actually enter it, is there anything any of you wanted to do?
Palin, buddy. You want I should patch you up a little? We don't know what's waiting for us down here.
I think if these folk meant us harm, we would not have advanced this far.
Okay. Then I'll lead the way.
Okay. In that case, you begin entering into, and as you go in the city, there are these large Luxodon Elephantine guards that bear large symbols of this tabaxi winged figure, and it's as though they look at a moment kind of grab spears, but as if they recognize something, and then stand straight and nod. Say, those who have been tested, welcome.
Thank you. Are they speaking common?
They do.
Great.
And might we ask where it is we are being welcomed to?
Welcome to Neil Dalpak.
Near the park. You must forgive us. We're somewhat taken aback. We were following a trail. Do you know who we might speak to about a series of figurines that we found representing this figure here? I'll point to the statue.
Cool. You want one of the Tetroks, possibly. Oh, actually, they grab one of their large, like, spears, and they bang a bell above them. And another bell rings throughout, and another, as if it sets off this chain reaction of bells. And you can see individuals ringing them. As it all kind of, there's these it seems to become a great noise being made as this happens, and some look and they nod their head, and then kind of running very quickly, you see a slightly bluish skinned figure. They have this wispy kind of black and navy hair. Their eyes are themselves slanted, almost almond-like, and as they run, you see their feet don't really touch the ground. and they whew, whew, and are moving, and you can see they have various symbols on them and a pack, and they yell, I'm coming! And they go, right, and you can see they go into a very practiced pose, and they don't stop, and they just ram right into, everyone roll a d6.
Oh,
Yes.
should have taken that healing.
Yep. You're toast.
What we get?
4.
4.
6.
3.
3.
Okay, into Aso and Joe Gumbo. And kind of the feet hit Aso right in the stomach. His head knocks against Joe Gumbo's. You each will take 7 bludgeoning damage
Oh.
Oh no!
as you all lay prone. He's got a bloody nose. Oh, sorry.
I hellish rebuke. I'm kidding.
It's like every other start to every other city we go to. They're all after us.
Right, welcome, travelers, seekers, and bearers of truth to Neurodapak. I am your guide. And friend, seeker and giver of anything you may need, Rafi.
Rafi. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Sorry for... I just learned the whole running on wind thing. I didn't quite get the jumping off the wind.
Gotcha. It looked cool anyway. Right up to the end.
Anyway, opens up his pack and looks at, pulls out like this codex binder and begins looking through it. The jungle has chosen you to come in to our beautiful city. Oh. You must want something or be seeking, and I want to help you find and fulfill your quest.
Well, thanks. Kind of looking around at the group like, what did we just come into here?
Joe Gumbo's going to rub his head and drink a healing potion. Like,
Dewdrop's gonna step back for all the people who are good at speaking here.
We're seeking information on the figurines near certain parts of the jungle that's supposed to steal away a certain entity. And I will describe the figurine that we saw.
Oh! Let's see. Right this way, as I show you the patron deity, we believe the givers of the gift and a receiver thereof, the observer.
The observer.
And they gesture towards the large winged tabaxi.
Brother, I'm not that familiar with this world's deities, but is there a winged cat?
Palin's left eye is so hyperdilated that it's just completely black. And it's basically salivating at new revolutionary knowledge. Well, Desra, that's because there is no deity known as the Observer, at least not in the high temples of Vasselheim, nor in any of the archives that I've scoured. This is an entirely new... fascinating. And,
He looks at you sort of weirdly. Rafi does. New? You're the newbies.
oh yes, apologies, no disrespect. Meant I'm sure they're ancient and powerful, and their domain is well delineated. It's just we
Yeah.
come from the outside.
Right. Are you followers of the the warring siblings?
Which
Warring-
one?
warring
No.
siblings.
Warring siblings, spoiled children. We have a few
Oh.
names.
You're talking about the betrayer gods and okay, got you. That makes so much. I like that. Spoiled children. That's what they should all be called.
Well, not all of them, lest they be offended and revoke the gifts that they've bestowed upon us. But Rafi, do you, would you be able to tell us more about this observer?
Sure. That's what my job sort of is. So, he takes you over to the statue, and you see it rises high, and you now see as you walk the same light that is glowing around it, so bright, seems to be also all within lamps that go out throughout the city. And we do occasionally see someone do different magic. Someone lights a fire or they levitate something. You see that same tone of kind of yellowish light that glows bright.
Brother, I'm curious about one thing. Do you think we could get them added to our risk standard if they're willing to ally with us?
I don't see why not. We're uniquely positioned to curry the favor of any and all deities who may be gazing upon our progress.
I think we've demonstrated that we are open to all comers here.
But actually, Desiree, you raise a good point, and Palin will kind of pull the Rift Standard wide so that its various markings are visible to Rafi. Do you recognize these gods, or any particular relationship between them and the patron of your city?
Right. Well, as the story goes, that it all started when the children couldn't get along. The siblings, your gods, which, and it's before that, our city, our tetrarch of cities, were the best of Grossar. It said we rivaled another, Singorn. And that the magic here was different. And that when we built it, we reached out and they appeared. It was this cat folk with the large paws and wings and surrounded by their golden light. And it didn't... The light itself is said to not to have illuminated nor saturated, but to make the world dimmer and ashy. But with that, a perception of truth. And it told us, I am the observer, and I give unto you the gift. And that is how the magic came here. And when the gods fought, we became not a part of the world anymore.
Are we still on Alexandria? Are we in the material plane?
Well, you're in Gorsar, right?
It hasn't been known by that name for centuries.
Oh, what do you call it now?
It's a jungle.
More specifically, the Rifinus Peninsula of the continent of Taldore.
Taldore. Right. A lot of the people who go there and come back, they don't always remember a lot of it. It's like, you got to get them. It's so funny. They come in, you got to be like, hey, what'd you see? What'd you see? What'd you do? Because like 5 minutes in, they're like, I helped people. And they get all weird esoteric about it.
Wait, people that come from there to here?
No, they come from here to there and back.
Oh, okay. So we're good.
Good for what?
Like nothing's gonna happen with us.
We won't get any weirder.
Oh, do you mean there's a possibility that our memory would be affected?
No.
Actually, forgetting what just happened might not be a bad idea.
It might not be the worst thing.
Yes, it would, people. We grew through that.
Oh. Usually, with the gray gold eyes of the observer, if they've shown you something, that's usually it, and it doesn't. You can't get rid of the observer's clarity usually, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you say.
Well, I mean, sometimes unfortunately, I mean, literally, like so the observer, watches all, sees all, guides all who have the gift, and like, that could, when people you're in relation with get like information on you from the big cat statue that's in the middle of your town, and then don't want to date you. It just
I feel you. Yeah.
not the greatest thing. So like, we see all, we know each other really well. It's not great sometimes. I mean, I love it. I don't want to go. But
And this gift, how is it harvested, or how do you channel it?
Oh, well, I mean, you saw me as I was running.
We can all do that?
Well, no, you don't have it. I mean, unless you do.
How do I know if I do?
Well, usually it's passed down. It's like, I never know an outsider who has it. It's always the people who are born here. It's passed down from generations.
Like a transfusion of the blood, perhaps?
Takes a step back. Right.
No? I see.
don't
Okay.
think. But it said that if you have the gift, the observer will always be watching you.
Well, it's better that I don't then.
Yeah. But let me see here. And kind of look through some other papers. Right. Will unit be here concerning the authority?
Yeah.
Partially, yes.
Ah. Oh, great. We can. I'm going to fill out that paperwork when I get back. No, because so it was happened like a little bit ago. They were worshiping and throwing themselves on the ground in front of the observer there, and one of them suddenly started convulsing, and then this big tear came from the eye of the statue, got everybody wet. Which it's like fun, like in the jungle. Sometimes you get like cooled off, but not when you don't expect it. And then they just started to scream, "I cry for the authority. I wish to see them freed." And that kept on happening. We wrote it down, and usually that means like something's gonna happen because like, you know, it's a lot of watching, not a lot of talking usually.
Well, there's a lot of slaves there, and we were kind of planning how to free them. I could see how that would be related.
Is that person still around here?
Yeah. Or do you want to meet them?
I mean, we might share similar interests.
Cool. I can put them on your list. It's one thing I got to turn in. I can help you find a place to stay. I can help. We turn a list of people you'd like to talk to. Everyone always has like places they want to go. Like, I seek the sword of whatever. I mean, who knows? But and then, you know what's so strange though? Whenever people are looking for, there's usually something here, and somebody knows about it, especially the old ones. The Tetrox definitely, but yeah.
Anybody ever mention a Titan or anything?
Oh, right. You were asking about so let's see here. How many did you find?
I don't recall.
The figurines, there were 7, which is a auspicious and holy number for those of you who need reminding.
Thank you.
It's usually pretty unlucky.
7 is unlucky.
He points to the 4 wings. He goes, yeah, like 4 is good, 8's good, 12 excellent.
Man,
but like 7's just 1 off of 8. That's like imperfection.
It's not good.
The prophecy always shows 7 companions.
Oh, you're a prophet! And he takes out this little badge, little sticker that says prophet. There you go, buddy.
What about 32?
Yeah, I guess that would work. I haven't hit that one yet, though. But that would be under consideration, probably. Goes, yeah, we definitely get profits in here. It happens all the time. Though, please be with me. You guys are my first case. I'm just sort of going through everything here. Cool. So you want to talk to them? So you want to be in the unlucky 7. There's 2 you want to talk to. I'll see what I can do.
And I guess, we'll need a place to stay. If that's something we can arrange.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah. My friend's mom always likes to put people up. That'll work.
Perfect.
Grew up with him. My buddy Mortis, he's always want to get that going. So we'll get that moving. Perfect. He's been gone a long time. He's got a. See, it's good. What's nice about the Luxon rooms is that like they're really big, and so like they're like, oh, we only have a little bit of space. It's like a mansion they have left. It's really good. So it works out. There's anything else? Because I can I'm with you today. Then after we break, put you. We just want to make sure you're settled. That you're not like wandering around like being weird, asking like So we always say this. It's a city. Remember, it's a city and not a tourist attraction.
Got it.
You know, like people go around and start asking people things. Like they've got work to do. So I'm here to help facilitate anything you need. And so when I leave, just that you'll be good on your own. You'll be able to. I mean, you can talk to people, but you just don't want to go, please regale me on Observer. They're like, yeah, it's the Observer. I got to make dinner in an hour, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Would you happen to have another one of those little, and Palin will point toward the codex that I could review independently?
You want the official handbook? That's a big one, man. I gotta keep mine. I don't have like. Ugh. I mean, these are handwritten.
Do you use gold here?
You go. Yes. This guy.
I could offer you compensation.
Doesn't do me if I get fired.
Oh, no, of course.
Well, we do use gold. Like it's hard to eat on gold. Very difficult. Because we just get it's like everyone does their part and we eat. Like that's the big thing here. But your part is to come here and avail yourself and learn to be enlightened and go. That's your job. So we're in full support of that itinerary.
Can't you also say, though, that you're also to help us with anything we need to find information on? And my brother's asking to read the book, which is information.
Right,
so
but
technically, you'd be helping us.
I've it's all here. Well, no, 20. A portion is here, and I know how to use the index. So I'm very. You just let me know what you need to know.
0%. Is there a library or anything like that?
Yeah, we definitely have one of those. I could hook you up there if you want to browse books.
Kind of looks over at Palin, shrugs.
Oh, yes, please.
Excellent. So, tell you what, I'll hook you up there, and then I'll pick you up after I fire the paperwork. So don't leave, please.
Deal.
Thank you.
What's the number one thing people do wrong here in town? It's the thing every tourist messes up.
It's just the whole acting like everyone's here to be your tour guide. That's
Gotcha.
why like my stuff was made like, oh, like I'm here visiting. It's your job to tell me what's up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's pretty forward thinking of you guys, to get people on top of that. Because honestly, we do that in every city we go to. We're like, hey, you, mister, tell us stuff. And, I've never really thought of it from Mister's perspective.
right. I'm
He's
sure you
got-
started
he's got
asking the
to
guard
do.
questions, and he was like,
Yeah.
let me get the official tour. So yeah, but very happy for this. I'll get you start. Is there anything else I can start filing for you?
You said there were people who voted against taking actions on the authority. Who usually makes those decisions? Is there a council of any kind?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. There is. They again because we're in the observer. That word "observed" is a lot of work in our society. So you'd like to plead your case? That occurs. Let me see here. And he pulls out a red form. I got that form right here. About what? What are we pleading?
The case that we need.
Yeah, in case that we need assistance on our actions against the authority.
I like that. I'm told those go over better. Sometimes they're like, rally your ancient thing. And I'm always like, if we were going to rally, we wouldn't be here. But assistance, I like that. Let's help us help ourselves. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, starts filling it out. And all right, so we do. So sometimes I got to put names on these things. It doesn't matter to me. We could do individual names. We could do like a name that represents the group. Just whatever works, so that we know when they go, we now will entertain. Blah 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 blah. You just know it's you. What do you want me to put?
I never asked. What's our name?
Oh, I think we just got a new one.
Are we not going by the Rhythm Brother then?
I don't know if that's still appropriate.
The what's it? Yeah, we did just get a new one, didn't we? What was it? You'd think I would remember that.
I literally had it up and I closed it without saving because I thought they remember this.
Yeah.
Is
Wait, what did they
what's
call us? The Unlucky Seven or something like that?
No, but we were the ring of was it Shattered or Broken
Oh,
Bond?
Shattered Bonds. Ring of
Yeah.
Shattered Bonds. Yeah.
And we would have
Ring.
to use it. I did kind of like
Shattered buns. Okay.
like
Nice.
not the
I like the ring of shattered bonds. That's cool.
Sure.
But, whatever you guys want to do.
Sounds like a crime ring. Good.
Yeah.
but also like there's some liberation like association there,
Yeah.
We're shattering the bonds, setting people free. I don't know.
Oh god. Yeah, I like it.
It's great.
All right, the Ring of Shattered Bonds, the RSB. That's awesome. There we go. Perfect. Then, good. I hate putting. Some people when they do like something like that, they put like this little O in there. Like, it irritates the hell out of me. All right. Good. Let's get to the library then. All right. Let's see here. And he takes out this little, what looks like a tiny cylinder. He hits it, and this big rod comes up with the flag that pops out. It says a Fisher Core. All right, let's do this.
Oh god. We got a tour guide. This is so good.
Leads you through the streets, and the various people who come here like look, they smile, and we'll give like the head nod, and then go about their business, kind of like, but don't talk to me. Want to welcome and say you're welcome here, and through the streets you come to one of the largest buildings, not the largest, but it's is met by he stops at the door. It's this one rises a good 50 feet up, and gets thinner and thinner as it goes, and he knocks at this eye emblem 3 times as it glows that same like gold faint color that, and again the same thing kind of desaturates when it happens, and then this rather lovely adorned Loxodon woman comes out, various rings on her ears and going down her trunk. Seems like we have guests.
Jinx uses her ventriloquism feature to go, ooh, ah, in a sexy voice.
And goes, funny ones. Oh, they this your first time, right, Raph? Yeah, this is. She's like, all right, we broke ya. Good. So I'll come pick them up. They just wanted to. What did they want to look up? Crap. Visitors. Takes another form. What types of information should we write down so that I can make things easier for your scholar?
Well, I'm terribly interested in any information you might have about the origins of your city, the Observer, and then any previous efforts that were made to seal this Titan.
Okay. Right, so it goes. I heard them they're gonna take. You're right. You're right. He's a hard ass. Give me the paper.
Proper documentation's critical.
Yeah.
It's a new program. You know. Guys, give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. I love this tour guide so much.
I know, they're hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Has everybody recovered from their psychic damage?
Nope.
Whoever called it out in the chat that it's really good the new player didn't start tonight. It's absolutely right.
It would be horrifying.
I know, it's like, Jesus.
These
want to.
people are just.
They'll just be here next week when we're all broken and scarred.
And back to pretending that we're not.
Yeah, totally. We're gonna paper over these wounds and just keep marching.
Palin will conveniently forget as soon as he has some alone time.
Me won't. You made a promise, brother.
Oh my gosh.
That was cool, though. I really appreciated everyone's
Yeah, that was awesome.
responses.
I love when there's something like that that comes up for everyone.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Gotta figure out what item I'm gonna unattune so I can use this new amulet.
Yeah, you have to go doing something because we need you talking to those Pegasus when we get back.
All right. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. We're going to have to end the session. Then I'm going to have to log off. I had a child get hurt.
Oh, no! Okay.
No.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Matt. No worries.
So we have to see if we need to go to the hospital or something. But
Lord, okay. Bye.
appreciate y'all. And
Yeah.
thank you for playing. We'll see you next
Yeah,
week.
good luck.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Matt.